Hello, everyone. It's Pastor Kenny, and I'm coming today on behalf of the Virginia School for the Deaf and Blind Advocate Community Group. By now, you may have seen a clip on the news yesterday that was promoting and speaking about the concerns that's evolving over this proposed project for the property that once housed the old Virginia School for the Deaf and Blind. Now, there are many things going to be swirling around, many things are going to be said, but I want you to understand where we stand and what our concerns are. Above all things else, this proposed project to build warehouse space on that property is an environmental justice issue. There are two criteria, two demographics that determine whether or not something is an environmental justice issue. One is the demographics, the communities of color. And the second is the income level. Well, that community, that property fits both of those demographic criteria. 86% of the people who live in that area are people of color, African American. In that community, 78% of the 80% who live below the median income level reside there. In other words, that 80% of the median income level of people who reside under the lowest level of income declared on the poverty scale reside in that area. That's above 30%, in other words. So there is a low-income community along with a community of color. Those two factors alone pose a very significant problem with this idea or this proposal. Long-term effects have been noted, have been documented, have been chronicled over the use of diesel fuel, over trucks, the exhaust and the air. There's going to be long-term environmental effects over the road deterioration. So there are things that may not necessarily be communicated on the forefront by those proposing the plan, but these are real life issues that are going to affect our community going forward. That's important. And that's why we need you to voice your concerns, to make your presence known at the July 21st City Council meeting. The idea there is that if we don't show up to voice our concerns, then it will be as if we were complicit or agreeable with the idea. But when you understand that this is an environmental justice issue, because here is the fundamental question: would this proposed project be broached to an all-white, affluent community? And we know the answer to that. We know the answer will be a quick and resounding no. And it's as if now we don't have a say in what we want, but somebody else is going to tell us what we need. And so that's why it's important for us to understand all the facts and understand all the information. They may say it's going to be job creation. Well, here's the reality. If you build warehouses, you have to have potential occupants. You're not building them with the understanding that you have all these occupants lined up to even rent the space. You're building them hoping that people will come. And if you look around the community and look around the neighborhood, you've seen other projects that were built with the mantra, more jobs, only to find those businesses now vacant, empty, and there are no jobs. There are no people to fill these vacant positions. So that's why it's very important to understand the in-depth outcome of what this proposal means. So I want to encourage you to don't just sit idly by as if your voice doesn't matter, because your voice does matter. And I want to invite you to meet us July 21st at City Hall, where to make our voices heard and to make our presence known. There will be more information about the upcoming meeting. But until then, please understand that this project, this proposed project for the Virginia School for the Deaf and Blind, is ultimately an environmental justice issue that is going to have negative effects on our community and our future. So please, please stay alert, stay abreast of the information, and understand that your voice does matter. We'll be looking forward to seeing you real soon, and hope and pray you're well and that you are encouraged. On behalf of the Virginia School for the Deaf and Blind Community Advocate Group, we hope and pray that you understand the full picture so that you can then make a sound and wise decision.